Let's talk about yoga. In Western countries and cultures, yoga became something just more as asanas or exercises.
Like gymnastics.
Yes, like gymnastics.
Yeah.
What Ayurveda says about yoga?
See, yoga, of course, is not just a physical thing, as you are saying that yes, many people they just take to yoga just for making a physical flexibility in the body. But it's interesting that still when they do yoga, because these postures are such designed that even if you are doing it for physical purpose, they are actually helping you at the subtle level. I have met many people who just go to yoga classes just for physical reasons, but after a few weeks they start feeling some change in their mind. So that is actually the beauty of yoga. But this is something you're doing like without understanding. Imagine if you understand the whole philosophy and you do it properly, not only for physical but also for the mind. Suppose when you're doing the asanas, you're also conscious about breathing, how to breathe. When you bend forward, you breathe out. When you backward, you breathe in. There are some breathing techniques the yoga teachers will tell you. If you also keep your mind engaged in that, because yoga is a different kind of exercise. It's not like you're running on the treadmill in the gym and you're watching TV and you're also listening to music. It's like you're confused. Sometimes I don't understand what these guys are doing. Are they running, or they watching TV, or they're listening to the music? What's going on? So that's like you're maybe actually torturing your body and your mind is also stimulated. It's no good exercise. The yoga is very peaceful, very relaxing. And you don't have to force yourself. I see also some people are forcing themselves to make these postures. No, take it easy. Yoga says don't stress too much, And of course, the most important thing is that you have to respect the original philosophy. Now, unfortunately, people have started like, power yoga or, boxing yoga.
Beer yoga.
Or beer yoga or naked yoga. They're doing naked. This is, I don't understand. Even now there is chair yoga. There is dog yoga also. They call it doga. So it's interesting, you can see how the human mind can take some very, authentic knowledge and, just present it in like a very unauthentic way. This is not good. So you should always, whenever you want to take to any system or anything, you must go to the deep roots of that system. Try to understand what is the ultimate philosophy behind it. The ultimate purpose of yoga is actually to link your soul to super soul. That's the word yoga means, to link. So at least if you don't reach that level, don't spoil your body, don't spoil your mind. At least from the health perspective, body and mind both are very important.
That's true. I know that yoga and asanas, they're very connected to conscious breathing, to breathing consciously. Can you speak a little bit more about breathing and why it is so important?
See, most important thing is that whenever you are doing any activity, it's not just doing asanas or, even when you are eating or when you are, reading something, you have to be aware, your mind should be there. This is a big problem in the modern world. We are doing one thing and our mind is somewhere else. This is called multitasking, and people think multitasking is something really smart, People think one who multitasks, he's a super genius. No, according to Ayurveda and according to our system, he is not smart. He is completely confused, because we have only one mind and we can engage this mind in one object at a time. And if you want to really get very good results, if you want to do things faster, if you want to get good results, then you must concentrate on that particular object or particular work that you are doing. So similarly, when you do yoga, you have to be there, So that's why breathing is very important, because when you breathe, you are very aware of your, flexibility or your position or your movements, So therefore, in yoga, when you will go to a real yoga teacher, they will also teach you like about this observing your breath. And of course, when you go next step, because yoga has 8 parts, yama, niyama are the rules and regulations. Then third one comes asana. So technically, if you want to really understand asana, the word asana means to sit. The purpose of doing asana is so that we can sit in a comfortable position. Sthiram Sukham Asanam, it is described in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, means the asanas help you to sit comfortably and stably. Why? Because you are moving to the next step, pranayama, breathing, where you are now trying to control the mind, and then you move to pratyahara, then where you are actually now trying to also observe your senses and trying to, instead of the senses going outwards, they are coming inwards. And then comes the next step, which is called dharana. So now you learn to concentrate, and then comes dhyana, meditation, seventh one. So this is actually preparing for that higher level. So even asanas, of course, they have physical benefits. They make you feel good in the physical body, but that is not the end of the story. The purpose is so that you can sit comfortably for some time, because when you meditate, if you are not comfortable, you can't meditate.
Of course.
Or if your body is having back pain or something, so you can't meditate. So we have to really understand what is the original writer's goal, Whenever you want to read any book or want to practice any system, you must at least try to understand what was the original thought of the person who created this. If you don't think, even if you want to study computers or management, there is a goal, what you are trying to achieve. So you have to understand this complete goal of the science or the system. Similarly with Ayurveda, now Ayurveda has also become very physical. Everybody is just lost in Vata, Pitta, Kapha.
Exactly.
Whereas Ayurveda is also a deeper science. It talks about mind, it talks about intelligence, it talks about the subconscious mind, it talks about ego, it talks about the soul. Ayurveda is also very similar to yoga. Yoga and Ayurveda are like twin sisters. They go together, Everybody who is into yoga must also learn Ayurveda. Everybody who is into Ayurveda must learn yoga. They cannot be separated. So this is how we do it.
That was very deep and interesting answer. Thank you so much. Let's speak a little bit more about prana. You mentioned it a little bit. So what is it? What kind of energy it is?
Prana, of course, a lot of words are popular now in the world. Prana is another such word which is very popular, but people again don't really know much about it. A simple meaning is the life breath, the breath that we breathe in and breathe out. They also just translate it to as like life force, vital energy. But actually, if you will go more deeper to understand it, it's a deeper meaning of the word prana. So let's talk more from Ayurvedic perspective. In Ayurveda, they have described 5 types of vata. There are also 5 types of pitta, 5 types of kapha. And out of these 5 types of vata, one is prana vata, which is primarily operating in the head, in the throat, in the heart area. So this is a very prime vata, one of the most important. And in the 3 doshas in Ayurveda, vata is the most important. And out of the 5 vata, prana vata is the most important. So why it is important? Because vata is the main force which is responsible for moving things in the body. Even pitta and kapha, they cannot move themselves. It is moved by the vata. 80 types of diseases are caused by vata. 40 types of diseases are caused by pitta, 20 types by kapha. So kapha and pitta together is only 60, vata is 80, so it's big importance. And from Ayurvedic perspective, if prana is good in our body, it's fully nourished, good energy, then vata will also remain balanced. Simple principle. Whenever our prana is depleted, then vata will go out of order, and vata will create many types of disease. Not only physical, vata also controls the mind. The movement in the mind, also the senses, this is all controlled by vata. So prana is very important.
And can we get prana from the food or from other sources, not only from breathing?
Yes, of course. There is prana in the food. There is food which has prana, there is food which doesn't have prana. That's why in Ayurveda we are always talking no junk food, no dead food, no like processed food, no preservatives, chemicals, no meat, because this food has no prana. And prana is needed in the body. It's not only for the physical health but also for the subtle. And it is also described that we have soul, there is a mind, there is senses, there is intelligence, there is body, there is a the connecting energy is prana. So if prana is low again, then we can't connect to ourself. That's why many people cannot really understand what is this soul, what is this realizing about soul, because it's lack of prana. So prana is very, very important. So we should always look for prana, go somewhere in nature, breathe some fresh air. Water has prana, food has prana, honey has prana, all the grains and vegetables and fruits, they have prana. So that's why we are always trying to emphasize eating these kind of foods. Sometimes people think that this is just some Indian religion, they are talking about India, and no, it's a very deep science, and it's for every human being, because every human being has prana. If people in America or people in Russia or people in Europe don't have prana, then okay, they don't need, but they also have prana. So if they have prana, they need to nourish it. And if they will nourish it, they will stay healthy, not only at physical level, but at mental level, emotional level, and also at the spiritual level.
It's very clear and logic when it's explained so in such a nice way. Thank you so much. Let's speak about massage. It is such a beautiful routine in Ayurveda, and you very often say when women, they want to relax, that they should do some head massage and some body massage. So could you speak a little bit more about that?
Yeah, this oil massage is really amazing, and of course now if you see all over the world, it has become so popular, and you can see the impact. You can see the impact of just simple massage. I see so many people, they tell me, oh, I went to Kerala. I say, what did you do there? Say, oh, we did oil massage. Okay. How much money you spent? We spent thousands of euros, thousands of dollars. I said, you can do it at your home because it's just rubbing the oil on the body, So, but anyway, people really get so much benefit from this, Why? Because it's just not just rubbing the oil. First thing is you are touching, the touch. Even if you are doing it yourself, you are actually coming in contact with yourself. Or if somebody else is doing it for you, so there is a touch, which is the love factor is here. The touch is very important. The energy is very important. Then when you are rubbing the oil, you are actually seeing that the oil is going into the pores of the skin. It opens up the skin pores, and the toxins are coming out. So it is a detoxifying. And the next thing it is doing is it is also nourishing the muscles. It is actually relaxing the muscles. In our modern lifestyle, we have a lot of stiffness in the neck, back, and because our posture and our working style is like that, always working on computers. So by massage, we also relax the muscles, and the flow of lymph is there. Lymph actually cleanses all the toxins. So the flow of lymph is very good when we do massage. So toxins are removed. It actually nourishes the nerves, our nervous system, and of course vata. Let's talk about vata, because in Ayurveda vata is very important. So many people in the world today are suffering because they have too much vata. They cannot relax, they cannot sleep, they cannot concentrate, they cannot focus. It's all vata, hyperactivity. So for balancing vata, the best thing is oil, because vata is dry and vata is light. So anything opposite to dry is oil. So when you do an oil massage, maybe you do it yourself, you put on the head or in the nose or on the body, the vata becomes calm. So do it regularly. Maybe you can use sesame oil. We say in Ayurveda sesame oil is the best to balance vata. Make it a little warm. You can start from your head or start from your feet. It doesn't matter. Just rub it nicely. Use your fingers, use your palms to rub it. Sometimes you can use squeezing, just like trying to squeeze, or tapping is also done. So there is various types of techniques. But simple thing is that put a lot of oil. Sometimes people are a little bit afraid of oil. They will take a very little oil and massage. No, take a lot of oil. The oil should be absorbed into your body. When it will go inside, then you will see the benefits of this. It also is good for helping the Jataragni, the digestive fire. Many benefits are there.
And our skin will thank us very much.
Of course, the skin is glowing and vibrant and very beautiful.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for your answers.